This is external delt rotations or external shoulder rotations. A lot of times you'll see people include this exercise as part of a warm-up, but they're not even working their shoulders. They're using totally different muscles instead. So you'll see people grab heavy weights or heavy-esque weights, and they're doing these rotations here, like this, trying to warm up their external rotators in their shoulder, the rotator cuff. What's happening here, though, is that you're not taking gravity into account. When you're doing a movement like this, when you're rotating, sure, you're externally rotating your shoulder, but what's actually working is all biceps. Because gravity is pressing down with the weight, you're not getting any shoulder movement here. You're just basically isometrically contracting your bicep muscle. So what do we do to make this effective? There's a couple things we can do. Keep gravity in mind. So I'm going to grab a lighter weight, and what you can do is just line your joint up so that you're out to the side. So now gravity that's going to be in our arm is actually going to be rotating with that shoulder. So now you're actually warming up, you're actually utilizing those external delt muscles right there. So you're going to really open up like that. So choose a much lighter weight. You might use like a 2.5 pound plate or a 5 pound weight, but you're here on the side. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see this better. Here in line, 90-degree angle there, and you're opening up, keeping your elbow nice and stable and really focusing on the muscles that we're trying to use, that mind muscle connection, and feeling it in your shoulder in those external rotators. So that's going to help strengthen your rotator cuff there, okay? Another thing you can do is take this to the ground. So if you want to keep that motion here, you can do that, but what I like to do is lie down on the ground with it. And so if I'm lying flat, I'm going to take a towel or something rolled here, place that under my elbow. So the position again is out front. So I'm going to lay down. So now I've got this 90-degree bend in my elbow. Now as I rotate and open, the weight is in line with the joint that I'm trying to actually use. So I'm going to be able to externally rotate my shoulder, open up, and feel that in your shoulder, in your rotator cuff area, so that you're really strengthening and defining there. On that same vein, you can do these standing by taking out the weight, but still having resistance. So you can do this from your knees, standing, whatever makes sense for you. But if you're upright, if you're using a band here, now you don't have gravity pressing down on the weight. You can open outward and still be utilizing your external rotators. And that's going to help warm up that shoulder joint. And that's the external delt rotation or shoulder rotations. Thanks so much for joining me. If you found this video helpful, it would really help my channel grow if you would hit like, subscribe, and what's next? Let's make sure you're continuing to keep good form. Check this exercise out.